What is up, everybody? As you can probably tell from my voice, it's a little bit scratchy. Ooh, yeah, it sounds rough. Sounds rough this morning. But we're doing what we do. Getting a little game time in. So I have not been recovering as quick as I wanted to. I have not been recovering as as good or as fast. My voice has been kind of garbage, and with my late time that I normally stream at. Usually I'm on something like some NyQuil, something like that that's kind of making me drowsy. So rather than me starting a stream, falling asleep, snoring, you know, I just decided to kind of get some sleep in. I figure y'all will appreciate a rested version of me instead of a tired, sleepy, medicated version of me, although I'll probably say something funny. So with that, folks, we're getting right back at it. I tried to stream last weekend. I think it was last weekend, and I was feeling pretty good. Medicine was kicking in real strong, and of course, naturally, I was playing. I was hoping to get in like a good hour or so of game time, and then internet just dropped. So I lost internet. Stream stopped. I got an alert from MechWarrior 5 that I lost connectivity because it couldn't report back. And so, I was like, well, I don't know what's going on with my internet, but it let me keep playing. So that's exactly what I did. I just kind of started making some progress and getting us move forward. So if you'll remember from our previous episode of MechWarrior 5, we were at the 175 ton limit and we were playing against, I want to say it was Reputation 5. So now we've upgraded. We're now in Rep 6, which means 200 tons of mech coming at you. So we're going to pick up where I left off. I did end up kind of scouring through. What I was primarily looking for was get some new get some new missions, check out some of the new areas, but also try and find some new pilots. And then, of course, with everything else, once I find some new pilots, start cycling out. Let's see who's going to be our go-to. So, ended up finding a new replacement pilot for one of my older pilots. The big thing that I'm looking for criteria wise isn't so much that they have like better scores so much, but that they have a higher tally total. So, one of the guys was a total of 28 points. I think it was 28 points. And so I was like, nah, we picked up some guy with 38 points. So we're going to jump right into the action. We're going to take a look at what we've kind of accomplished and where we're at with things. So let's jump into some game time. Now, I was mentioning pilots, so let's go into our pilot roster. So, of course, there's me, and you'll see I'm moving quite well into our point values, hitting sevens and eights, looking good. Lieutenant Freeman, 43 point max. We're at 32. He's looking really good as well. A little bit of a weak point there is his missiles. I haven't put him in a ton of missile based machines yet, so it'll be really good once we do. Captain Ring, I'm pretty sure Captain Ring is the one that we've had for a while now. 34 point max. Captain Lamar, 37 point max. And then we just picked up Captain Randolph, 38 point max. And so, again, kind of the overall here is that what we're trying to do is keep pushing and pushing and pushing for higher and higher point values so that way we can get better and better overall pilots. So rather than get stuck with a guy who's maxed out at 28 points, we'll drop the 28 point max person, bring in someone who has a 38 point max, and start building them up. And hopefully, 18 out of 38, there's going to be a lot of potential here for that growth. We'll see as we start mixing in some of the new mechs. So that brings us to our mechs. All right, now we're at a 200 ton point limit. We're doing really good here. So what that really means is that we no longer need our light mechs. We don't have a need for the spiders or the javelins anymore. So as always, we've got our Centurion, our primary mech for me, gives me a good mix of long range with our long range missiles. We've got our AC-10 for some long range ballistic, but I also have some lasers to mix in as well. We've got our Phoenix Hawk So this is primarily going to be a, let me go to the loadout real quick. It is a laser boat, so lots of lasers, looking good there. Mix it in a Griffin. Now with the Griffin, what we're trying to go for is that PPC. So really just trying to disrupt their ability to be defensive and try to like get that going. I just noticed my audio crashed. So give me 1 second here real quick. Let me get that going again. I don't know why that crashed. Boop. There we go. Uh, again, PPC is kind of our primary thing here. We've got all our M10s, so mixing in some of that ballistic missile action. And then last, our Hunchback. Now, one of the other things that happened off stream. So while I was flying around trying to look for pilots, I was also able to identify there was a Hunchback for another 4G that was available. So I mixed this one in because it's a full laser boat. We were on a ice planet on our last mission, so I'm going to just swap that out. But we picked up another 4G with that AC-20, mix the lasers in, so kind of working on that rotation of skills for the pilots, where this is going to primarily only work on lasers. This is going to be able to mix in those AC-20 with the ballistics and be able to constantly work on those additional skills. So even though it may not necessarily be so great up front, as we build those skills up, we're going to be much more of a solid pilot to provide that damage output. Some of the things you'll see is we've picked up some additional mechs here. I did pick up a Centurion. This is a slightly different variant. It's an AH. So what you'll see here is it has an AC-20, and that's really it. It's just an AC-20 and the long range. So where our A version, get the loadout, is an AC-10 and long range 10, we also have those lasers to mix in. So eventually, who knows if this will end up working out, but I may swap in, so kind of doing one of these. Let me move this up to the top. I may get rid of my Enforcer, but I may just do kind of a direct swap between two medium lasers, the LRM-10 Streak, the AC-10, and then an AC-20 and the LRM-10 Streak. So foregoing the lasers for just a much bigger ballistic output. We'll see how that works out, though. While I'm here, though, now that I think about this, let me paint mechs, apply to all, select all, and apply. Yeah. Why? Because we want all of our matching paint. So we've got some selection of things that we can start working through. I've started to kind of try to have to like balance my money as I buy new mechs from either the market, because they cost like 4 to 6, 8 million, and have to kind of sell some of my old ones to kind of make room. But thankfully, we're still flush on cash. I'm also going through and buying equipment. So one of the major things I'm looking for is starting to upgrade some of my 1 pip to 2 pips. So as an example, like here's a 2 pip medium laser, and I'll just pick that up. Why? Because now I can start going through and retrofitting some of my older mechs that only have no pip or 1 pip version of those lasers, and then in turn start upgrading. So example, like with the SRM-6 3 pip, I can find which one of my mechs might have an SRM-6 on it, and then start upgrading those to get better damage outputs. Because here's one as example from the no pip. So we're looking rate of fire 16 RPM, heat 4, damage 14.4, where this is going to bump that damage to 15.8, 19 RPM from 14, so much faster rate of fire. Heat drops down to 3.2 from 4.3, so we're saving about 1 heat per shot. And then I think, yeah, even the range goes up. So, we're just looking at optimizing our ability to be able to be functional in combat. Longer ranges, more damage, less heat production equals more optimal combat performance. So that's going to be really key for us when we get out there. So let's take a look at what we have for contracts. If I remember correctly, when I left off last weekend and I was playing, what we had was a couple of new options. Now, in moving through to this new area, we have a new faction involved, which is House Lao. And unfortunately, we don't necessarily have a whole lot to work with, but we're working with what we got. So I've got this resource raid. Difficulty jumps up to 25. Tonnage limit 200. So we've got Arid Canyon, noon, excellent visibility. It is a raid. So we're going to get in there. I think this is the mission that I was like, yes, this is where I want to go. Let's get into it. So, one thing, we're now in medium, which means one, our mechs cost more damage potential. So, where we used to get away with, maybe sub 100,000, getting away with sub 100,000 is going to be much more of a challenge. I don't think we're going to need more than 400,000 in repairs, but if one of these mechs gets blown up, it can be a very, very serious um, monetary loss. So, just really key there that we keep an eye on that. What we're really primarily looking for is to get salvage. We really want to get a chance to try and get better mechs or get the option to get variants of mechs. How I got that C9, the Centurion 9AH, was against House Karita, and so they have their own variant, and I want to try and see if I can pick up another one of those. One of the things that I thought would be really, really awesome is to roll in a squad of Centurions. Different styles, different builds, so not just C9As, but also C9AHs, get that variant in combat ability. And of course, just a little extra money since we got those extra pips. All right, so let's go ahead and confirm. All right, so what we got? Lieutenant Freeman. So he's on a Griffin using PPCs. Now, he's got the highest level of laser ability at 8, so I'm hoping that he can really, drive that home. We've also got him building up his missile skill. He's only a 2 out of 7, so we've got those long range on there. He'll be able to provide a good level of support there. Now, Captain Ring. Captain Ring is going to be in our Phoenix Hawk, and primarily what we're looking for here is just laser boat action. So the idea here is, let's see, actually, what do we got? We got a 45 ton, so we don't got a whole lot of options because we've got the Griffin being the biggest mech, 55. We could probably rebalance that out, and this is again why I'm trying to look for how we can balance this. What we may end up doing though is at some point in time, maybe on the next mission, balance this out where we do the hunchbacks, and so we just do my Centurion and a bunch of hunchbacks. That way we can kind of everyone's got the same speed. Yeah, see, look how much faster he is, 97. He's a fast one. And actually, well, you know what? Let me do this. Let's go to the mediums. We've got the hunchbacks. Where's the 4G? Boom. Look at that. So now we've got 2 hunchbacks out. We've got our laser boat. And then we've got, and actually, let me switch this out for the other 4G. What does that notice? I don't know what that means. Let me put back the 4P. Where did the 4P go? There it is, 4P. So essentially what we've got, we're over by 2 pounds. So let me switch this out. Medium. So we're looking at... Oh, I don't have another good one. Well, actually, I could put him in the Centurion. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a crazy little mix. 2 Centurions, 2 different variants here. We still have the AC-20 to build up Lieutenant Freeman's ballistic. We're still working on the missiles, just no lasers. So he'll be a little bit deficient in terms of his damage output because he's not going to be as good, but we're still going to be really working there. And on top of that, we've got our hunchbacks now. We're hitting an even 200 tons, and we're going to get some variants there. We've got some AC-20. We've got a laser boat. So I'm feeling pretty good. We've got at least 2 long-range missile boats. We've got the hunchbacks providing a lot of coverage for lasers. And so we've kind of mixing it up here. So I'm feeling pretty good. Worst case scenario, we scrap the mission. We switch out some mechs. We change things up, and we'll see how it plays out. Let's hear the Major tell us what's going on. All right, so pretty straightforward. Let's check that battle map. All right, so let's hit this bottom left-hand side. We'll work our way north into that city center. I want to skim this little ridge so I can get some altitude, though. Come on, guys, let's go. Part of me feels like we're going to have a little bit of an interesting time on this mission. Oh, I knew it. I didn't want to. Oh, two of them. Heyo. What do we get? TPC level 3. And a reload of my ammo, which I didn't need, but I'll take. All right. So I'm going to try and keep the sniffles to a minimum. I apologize if I get quiet. Let's see. Is that going to pop out a turret? No? No turret. Okay, cool. I did one of these missions where it was you're supposed to find the target, and it was like right off the bat. All right, launching. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, that is not fun. Oh, this is going to hurt. Ooh, that was spicy to get started. Just going to walk through our target. Well, that was not fun. That took a fair beating across the board. Kind of peek our nose out here. I don't necessarily want to get shot with another set of PPCs. Oh. Woo! Potential Centurion. I like it. There we go. Chord 1. Come on. I'm stuck. Okay, he's down. That's funny. He just walked right by it. I think I can squeeze in between the buildings. Yep, squeeze right through him. Totally what I meant to do. Okay. Right on top of me. I'm looking for it. That's it, Freeman. Launch those missiles. There he goes. He's cored. I don't see the other mechs, so... Ooh, what is that? These heavy tanks are crazy. They're tough little things. No. Let's go for this. We're gonna back out of this a little bit. I do not want to have one of these. There we go. Okay, there we go. That one's down. That's 2 down. Oh man, always so stressful when we're doing this. Form up on me. I don't know what I'm shooting at. I could be shooting the wrong building. I think I shot the wrong building. Oh well. There we go. Woo! Well, let's get ourselves out from behind this wall because we can't get through walls just yet. We're not in the bigger class. I think once we hit assault class, then we can. Ooh, we dropping those bad boys. All right, lesson learned. Let's get the high ground. Yup, that was a crash. Ooh, here we go. All right, let's get this going. Oh, it is QB is toast. I love when I get a little it's almost like I'm ambushing them and not the other way around because we've got all of them after me, and then normally it's like 4 of them and it feels like it's just me that they're attacking. But then when I can turn the tide, I can make it the full lance against them. I hear it. I don't see it though. Coming from over there. Listening for it. I don't hear it. I must have got it. It must have been that turret. Well, hello there. Hello there, dropship. What do we got? Do we got any last minute skirmish? Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, let's go home. With an extra 25,000 in the rewards. Yeah. That is what I'm talking about. All right. The heat sink's not too crazy, but it is what it is. All right, folks, we have a very big decision here. Oh, we are 3 points away from picking up the other one. Oh, these would have been great. Ah. Okay, this just tells me I'm in the right place for what I want to do. Because now we've got a third variant. So we've got an A, an AH, and an AL. And I really like this AL. It doesn't have the ballistics, and that's fine, but it takes advantage of lasers. Get that laser boat action. This might as well be American Gladiator. Next on the field, laser. All right, so we did really good there. Kept damage. I mean, I took a fair amount. The Lieutenant Freeman and the other Centurion took a fair amount at, what is that, 3341. So we took 70% of the damage there. No big deal. 100,000, we got that repair bill covered, though. So let's get back in our battle mechs. Let's do some quick repairs here. Let's queue that. Queue this, queue this, queue this. And then there was something wrong. This is our new one. What is this going to cost? 1.48. Oh, guys, I don't know. That's going to be a lot. Yeah, might as well. Let's get it queued. Let's get this queued. Where did my other hunchback? What was happening here? It gave me some sort of indicator that there was a problem. Need a repair. I don't know. Maybe it was this one. Destroyed weapon. Oh, it's a good thing we did not go with that loadout. AC-20 ammo is gone. So let's go into equipment, miscellaneous. Okay. No AC-20 ammo. That's perfectly fine. Let's go into... Nope, that's not what I wanted. Tab home screen. Let's go contracts. Oh, wait. Before we do the contracts, timeline. Let's get our stuff fixed. All right, perfect. All right, now let's go to the contracts. I don't want to do anything for these guys. Really, I don't. I don't want to. So let's get into our star map. Now, if I'm going to zoom way out, we have under our operations, under our objective log, we have this target of opportunity mission that we took a while ago, and you'll see it's over here on the edge of the green. We're all the way over here, so we're just kind of slowly moseying on over from over here where we started, and then basically making our way over here. Now, we've got a long way to go. There's quite a few systems. There's quite a few areas of combat, and you'll see that this is now up to reputation level 6. Over here is 6, but then like over here, oh, it's still level 6. I thought it was a little higher. Maybe it was over here. These were starting to jump up, but we're starting to kind of switch things up, and I'm okay with that. So let's take a look and see what we got near us. We're gonna do one more mission before we drop. Let's see, House Lao against the Independents. Don't love that. Let's go over here. What do we got? House Davion against Independents. Also don't love that. We've got Black Market. That might be interesting. Let's see what's over here. Independence against House Davion. That might be an okay one. Let's see. I just don't really want to do any of these missions. I've got really good relations with the rep for Independence. At least I'm semi-positive. Let me jump over here. We're going to jump. Wasted all those waiting days, but whatever. And glad we did. What do we got? We got a blackjack here. Oh, with flamers? I'm not really cool with flamers. I don't really like that. But I do like this. So, it's pricey, but I'm doing it anyways. This is going to be for the eventual future builds. And let's take a look at pilots. 26, 31, 24, 31. No one's really better than what we currently have. Upper 30s, low 40s. So, I think we're good there. Let's jump back into our timeline. Actually, let's go right here because we've got more sweet weapons to buy. SRM2, you know what? Yep, we're buying it. And Streak, we're buying it. LRM 20, we're buying it. We're on a spending spree, folks. We're buying it. Let's see if we can buy that AC-20 ammo. There we go. And we're just going to buy it what they have. And since I'm starting to get more mechs with AC-20 stuff, let's go back into our battle mechs. We can go to our Hunchback. Let's go to the loadout. We'll close out of that. AC-20 ammo. Bam. Start the work. Queue it. All right, home. Higher pilots. What do we got? Oh wow, 46 points. Okay, so this puts some contention. Okay, so we've got 34 Captain Ring, 37 Lamar, and then Randolph at 38. So 46. This would be pretty darn good for a laser boat. I am. Let's jump back over here. So we've got 34, 37, 38. And that's a 40. Yeah, I can't say no to that. Cannot say no. What that probably means is that I am going to. I might have to drop back a little bit and take some less difficult missions so I can start working on their skills. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Let's get back into the battle map. Oh, hello. Let's travel to, or let's check the intel. So Davion against House Karita, we can deal with that. Don't really like that we're fighting against the Independents, but we can at least do one. So let's do this. Let's jump into it. All right, and we've got a view transmission. Okay, now I'm not really one for House Karita, but when these high reward missions pop up, we have a decent amount of money, 337,000. We get a decent amount of rep, which on a normal mission we get like 125, 200, like 250 usually at most. So getting 450 rep is huge. Now, we also have 3 mystery rewards. So those could be things from mechs, weapons, parts. We don't know. So, I mean, we could get a mech, which would be really great. So let's look at this, the Traitor mission. A once noble mech warrior marched into battle under the flag of the Draconis Combine. This warrior represented the best of the Kuriton ideals, bringing honor, loyalty, and courage onto the battlefield. Unfortunately, this warrior has abandoned the Bushido Code. Not only did they lose their way, they corrupted other sons and daughters of the dragon with their false promises of Davion protection. These defectors have crossed the enemy border and are currently beyond our reach, but they are not beyond yours. Two-star systems house known Karita defectors. We request that you raid both worlds and purge them of the cowards. So this sounds like a multiple mission type deal, so we can always, fight those two. I think we should accept. I like it. So now, where are these missions? So view system. So this is the Renel. Oh, it's right near us. And then Tigris. Okay, so not too far. So House Karita against Davion. I mean, it's a switch up, but whatever. Okay, so let's take a look at our. You know what? Let's go back home. Let's see what we have for just regular House Davion. I'm going to take it. It's Blizzard. Let's do this. Okay, 1 pip for the damage coverage. We have that 25% bonus. We'll take the 4 pips in salvage. Gets us to 18. We might be able to get like something cool out of it, but 18 pips is going to be a little shy where I'd want to be normally to make sure that we can get like 2 mechs potentially. So we might only walk away with 1. We might just get 1 that we're just going to turn around and sell. What we will get is a ton of money. So I'll take it, especially since we just Bought a lot of stuff. Now, the one thing, uh, the one thing that I do know is since this is going to be a blizzard, this is going to be a heavy laser function area. So what I'm looking at is what kind of laser boat can we take? So let me go back over here. We've got lasers and the ballistic. We've got all lasers. So what I really want to do oh, we got to drop down. Okay, this makes sense. We're over tonnage. So let's do this. I'm going to take the Javelin for one, and we need to drop one of these down to a 45-ton mech. Which I think the Blackjack... Is it the Blackjack or the Phoenix Hawk? Let me do this. Let me choose the Blackjack. AC2s and some mediums, or we've got Phoenix Hawks, which are all lasers. So let's do this. There we go. So not the ideal spread that I would want normally. Oh, because this is only a 19 difficulty. We're underneath that 200. I think it's 20 points of difficulty is when it hits the 200 ton. But this has been our usual mix of kind of mechs. We've got the Hunchback, huge laser boat action. Phoenix is going to be a fast-moving laser action. We've got lots of lasers here, some jump jets, and then of course me with the mix of getting the lasers, the ballistic, and the long range. So we'll see how this works out for us. Tres, dos, uno. Let's drop and let's hear the mission report. I love these intros. Check that battle map. So our first target must have been this corner right here, where we already cleared it out. I'm just going to scope it out a little bit closer. Then we're going to do the northeast corner and then loop around. And this is why I wanted to come in here. Let's go say hi. And scrubbed. All right. I don't want a Panther for a drop, so I'm really hoping that that is completely scrubbed. And apparently I can't walk up this little edge. No big deal. No big deal. All right, what do we got? Got a little laser turret. Beautiful. Staying nice and cool out here. Stay frosty, folks. I don't know who's way back there, but they're lagging. But that's our Hunchback. Missiles out. I don't know if I hit anything. I got it! Like such a little kid in a candy store. Now I want to give the Hunchback a chance to catch up, so I'm going to swing wide on this. Woo! Someone's bringing the heat. All right, now I got the whole squad here. Let's make sure we attack on target. We're going to focus right here. Wow. That was quick and easy. Whew. What do we got? Okay. Man, we melted that guy. And I want to specifically take this far right side. I want to come around the back because I have a feeling we're going to run into some shenanigans. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give the Hunchback a chance to catch up. It slows. Not quite as wily as Freeman in that javelin just jumping up ahead. All right, so we've got a little bit ahead. No, still too light out. Should be coming up on the target. It should be getting us something. I wonder if it's sunken down where it's got a little protective edge, so we can take the height advantage and come in. Oh, trust me, we will. There we go. Now we can come in. Woo! This Irby, he's on one. Ooh, that sucks for that guy. Yeah, he's gone. Boom. Cleaned them out. Barely took any. Well, I mean, we definitely took some hits, but it wasn't as bad as those PPCs from the 3 Panthers right up front. There we go. It's always good to kind of walk through and destroy some of these turrets for the NPCs, especially if or the lance pilots. The big thing there is it helps them build up their abilities. So, definitely don't. I don't feel the need to rob them of killing some of these extra things because they will get those ability points. And I forgot if I switched out one of the new pilots, so we'll see how that looks. Got an autocannon 5, not too bad. Wolverine. See, is there anything even remotely worthwhile taking? But I shouldn't take the Wolverine. Nope, taking the Wolverine. Yee! 121 in damage, not too bad. We took some damage though. We did work. It work. All right, so let's schedule our repairs here real quick. I'm so glad I didn't get rid of all of my light mechs. Let's see, what do we got for the Wolverine? Some heat sinks, lots of lasers. Okay, maybe not so impressive. Okay, maybe not so impressive. Without worry, my friend. We're not going to repair it just yet. Let's take a look at the equipment for sale here, though. Nothing really impressive. The mechs, Javelin Locust, Shadowhawk. With medium laser, AC5, and Storm 2s. Nah. I don't really want to take either of these two contracts against the Independents, so I'm not. Let's go take that star map. Let's hit this guy. Yep, this is going to do it. Travel. We're going to do one more drop. One more drop today. I want to see what this mission's all about. And of course, let's make sure our battle mechs are ready to go. Yeah, everything looks good. Battle mechs are solid. So let's take a look at our contract. Quest the Trader. Okay, so this is jumping back up to that 200-ton limit. So let's... Oh, I only have one pip. We'll just take damage covers then. It's a shame, because I would really love to be able to do more, but that's fine. Alright. So here's kind of what I'm looking at. We've only got 2 more pips to learn. But it's going to be from missiles and from ballistic, which on a laser boat we're not going to do. So what I want to do is switch that out for Captain Jorgensen, who is gives us more room and still has that flexibility to kind of get going. And since we want to really primarily work on Jorgensen, leveraging the 10 pips there, I'm going to keep that as a laser boat, but I'm going to switch that to, where did that Hunchback go? So we've got the laser boat version go. We're going to switch for that one. So full lasers all the time. All right, now next. We've got 33 out of 37, so Lamar's almost maxed out. Now, our option is to bring Randolph, but Randolph doesn't give us a ton of leg room up and above what we already have, so that's not so great. What I may end up doing is just replacing Randolph. I think I picked up Captain Randolph earlier before I saw Captain Jorgensen. Huge upgrade. So we've got Captain Ring, Captain Randolph is the options. So for Lamar at 33, kind of doesn't really give us much, play there. That's just 1 point difference. And I don't necessarily know that I want to keep Captain Randolph now. So I'm going to keep Lamar in there. We'll keep him. Let's switch out this for a medium mech, though. So what we had is, let's look at the Centurions. We've got an LRM-10, AC-20. Visibility is going to be reduced, which means long-range missiles might not be as effective, but that AC-20 is going to be beefy. From there, what do we got? We've got, let's bump this up to at least, well, actually, we got 50, 50. All right, so we need another 50-ton mech. So we've got the Enforcer. This is really our short range, but it's got an AC-10, burst fire, short range. We've got the Hunchbacks. Should we take another hunchback? It's limited to just the mediums. So really, it's just the enforcer, the hunchback, or the centurion. Which we've already got 2 centurions fielded. We're missing some parts for the third. We'll get that one fixed up. This is really just a close combat one, and our hunchbacks. So yeah, let's take a hunchback. We've got good long range with our ballistics. We've got at least 2 boats with missiles. We've got a full laser boat. So I feel like we're going to be looking good. Tres, dos, uno, dropping. Give me the good stuff. Uh, you know, I'll take the 15 grand more than I will the AC2 PIP 1. All right. All right. Wait, those are mechs. All right, he's down. Let's push forward. Out the way. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Here we go. This J. Edgar just does not want to get from behind this rock. There he is. Oh, we got a little turret action over here. What do we got? Anything cool? Nope. We'll see how he likes having missiles fired at him. Ooh, cord. All right. So I feel like we can take one of these little. You know what? They're coming from right there. Let's go right there. This is where they're coming from. Let's meet them in the middle. I'm glad I did not bring the enforcer. It would have been not fun for that pilot. These tanks are, ooh, getting burly. Yeah, let's take a real distinct height advantage here. Ooh, that's incoming missiles. Yeah, buddies, let's get in there. Let's focus on that target. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, don't copy my line. Easy peasy. Hopefully there's a not so far drop. Yeah, this will do. This will do. We're off the edge here. Ooh, trebuchet. Man, they were sneaking in some good mechs there. All right, what do we got? Burst fire, AC5. I am not familiar with this one. ETO 18 and a JM6. Pardon the cough there. Apologize. All right, so 2H. All right, so that's a Shadow Hawk. I've got plenty of those, so I'm definitely not feeling that. What do we got? We got a KTO 18, a Kintaro, medium class battle mech, one of the most heavily armed medium mechs, close range brawler. So that would be a potential upgrade from the Enforcer, but I already have the Enforcer, so I don't really need yet another one. All right, let's look what this JM6S is. JM6S. It's a Jaeger mech. Oh, this is a heavy class. I will start picking up. Oh, I don't have enough. I only have 3 salvage. No. Well, let's see. What do I not have any of? I don't really need any of this stuff. Yeah, I don't really need any of it. What is up, Goblin? How's it going, sir? Hopefully you're having a good day. Ooh, 260. I really hope I got... Okay, good. I had a 500,000 in coverage, so that's good at least. For those of you that are watching, we're on an ad break right now. I'm going to do my menial labor task of fixing up my mechs. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cancel all that. Work orders. Cancel. 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 The reason is, if I go to the star map, I am right there. So let's just travel. Let's just save ourselves some time and money. Time and money, folks. Time and money. Get that shmoney. Now let's do our repairs. And then the other thing we're going to look at fixing up is us Wolverine. All right. Anything else we need? No. Let's take a look at our equipment. Actually, hold on. Hold up. Wait a second. What we ended up discovering is that Captain Randolph is no longer needed because it's only a little bit higher stat-wise than, say, Captain Ring, and way lower overall stats. So let's dismiss this pilot. Sorry, buddy. You're gone. Okay. Got our mechs in process. Take a look at our equipment. Anything good here? Here's some AC. Ooh, AC-22 pips. Let's grab those. AC2s, I don't think I need. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go to the timeline. Let's just go ahead and hit next event, next event, next event. Wolverine's going to take... All right, one more day. No big deal. One more day. All right, let's take a look at our loadout here. Now, we've got an AC-10 2-pip, an LRM-10 1-pip. Do I have enough? It's not a streak. Do I have an LRM-10 streak? Nope. Let's see. So if I move from an LRM-10 streak, so we're at 12 damage, 15 RPM, to 12.72 and 15.3. 3.6 to 3.4, 945, and 900. So I can definitely get a little bit of a bump there. If I move to the Artemis ammo, and I only have one of these, the big issue there is I'm over on tonnage, and I need to replace all my ammo with Artemis ammo. So that's kind of a big deal. But what I think I'm going to do is I am going to upgrade this to the 2-pip. Now, for medium lasers, let's jump over there. So medium lasers, I wish there was a better way to sort this. I've got plenty of 2-pips. This is the medium pulse laser. So a little bit different of a type from the regular. And I don't have anything better than the 2-pips. Let's take a look at our ballistic, AC-10. So I can switch out the AC-10. So 10.5, 21, from 10.5 to 12, and 26 bursts per minute. So 10.5, 12.6. What I sacrifice there is the range. So the maximum range is 475, where this is 472, but it's the spread. It's because it's a burst fire, it ends up spreading out. So I'm not going to be able to hit one consistent round long range. It's going to be more short range. So not really feeling that. I don't really want to update that change. Let's go ahead and start that work. All right. So this is our alternate loadout. And let me just do this. Paint mech, apply all, apply, back. All right. So this is our other alternate version of the Centurion. So this is using an AC-20. And as we saw, we just picked up some AC-20s. So let's go ahead and drag this guy out. Put this in. LRM-10 Streak 1 pip. So let's go over the missiles. We're going to switch this out. LRM 10. Now, that does mean that we're out of LRM 10s. So if one breaks, I'm kind of not in a good spot, but that's fine. Let's check a look. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Start the work. Equipment, missiles, LRM 10. Come on, LRM 10. No, 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 no. Boo, boo. Okay, that's fine. Let's take a look at the hunchbacks. Load out. So this is going to be some big upgrades here. We've got our AC-20 burst fire, AC-20 burst fire, 1 pip, 1 pip. We have an AC. We have a 3 pip. So let's go ahead and pop that bad boy in. For the lasers, we've got lasers for days. So 1 pip for the 2 pips, and then a small laser. We've got some 3 pips. So let's go ahead and pop that bad boy in. This is going to be a really big upgrade for us. And then for our 4P, let's go to the loadout here. So this is another laser boat. All right, so lots of upgrading here. So boom, medium for medium. Let's go small laser in the head for a small. I'm gonna go with a 2 pip. Okay, medium laser for medium laser, medium laser for medium laser. Wow, I'm literally chewing through all of my medium lasers here. Medium. Oh no, I ran out of mediums. Let's just do that now. Let's start the work. Queue it. Mech market. No, equipment. Equipment. Lasers. All right. Whew, we're doing some upgrades. We're doing some serious upgrades. Now, what did I also want to look at? So, got these guys upgraded. Yeah. Let's see. Is there a way I can go? No, not what I wanted. That's fine. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Loadout. So we've got to replace a large laser. So I have a large laser 2 pip. I ran out, but it's better that I at least have a 1 pip in and a 1 pip in. And then an LRM 10 streak. I'll put in a 1 pip. At least gets me going. Gets me some ability to get these things queued up. So get that queued up. Okay. Now we need to make some money. So let's take a look at our timeline real quick. 4 days, 12 days, 18 days, 20 days. Okay. So 20 days is going to be the worst. Back to the home screen. So let's go to our start map. And let's look at Ozawa. What we got? Ooh, new one. House Merrick. House Davion against Lao and Independence against Lao. Now, I'm kind of hey House Karita. That's an easy one. We could take this contract for House Merrick, start building them up. We're at -15, so we're right in that indifferent. We're right on the borderline, right on the cusp of hitting lower. So we can start working on that rank. I don't know what kind of mechs they have. So let's take a look and see if we can see any House Merrick symbols. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Let's jump over here. So let's travel. 13 days. I think we're going to have all of our stuff refitted that we need. We'll just double check. If not, we'll just timeline it. Nope, we're going to need a couple more days. So timeline, wait, and wait. And then let's take a look at our mechs. Oh, we're still waiting for the big boy. Okay. Oh, where is it? Timeline. Payment due, Hunchback. Done. Okay. Let's get into the contracts. So let's take a Restricted and Hellstorm. That does not sound great. So it's going to be a Warzone contract. We're going to have to blow some stuff up. Okay. Take one for the damage coverage. See, that puts us at 18 and one extra pip. Sure. Blinding standards with high winds and low visibility, drastically affecting sensors and energy weapons. Okay, well, if it's going to affect energy weapons, then I'm going to switch this bad boy out for this. So we're going to roll 2 of the AC-20s. Wow, we are just AC'd out. We're all ballistics. Yeah, I think we're good there. Yeah, this is going to get spicy. So I said I was going to only run one more. I lied. We're going to do one more. So it's fine. We'll figure it out. All right, Major, tell us what we got to do. Oh, this is going to be good. We have to clear off existing forces. So it's going to be a countdown. We're going to have a number of enemies to kill, and then we can leave. Oof, I hit a some sort of like weird wall there. There's one down. Wow, that hurt. All right, all right. We survived the first round. This is going to get spicy. Oh, I have to reach the checkpoint alpha. Okay. Man, when they said visibility was bad, they were not kidding. Okay, so 9 targets. 9 targets is what I got to kill. I like to stay towards the corner of these bases, so I have like 2 walls that I can just kind of run down naturally. All right, that's 2 of 9. I embrace. Just show me where they're at so I can start killing them. There we go. heat was bad. For the melee combat. All right, so I saw at least an indicator that they're coming in from the whatever direction that is I'm headed towards. So, oh, light scorpion tank. Yeah, buddy. Destroy that enemy. Let me. Done and done. Yeah, we want out of here. We do not want to stick around. What's going to end up happening is they're going to probably end up dropping 2 or 3 mechs in between us and the dropship. Hopefully, the dropship will be in range to be able to assist with some. I think it has some long range missile ability and some like autocannon like ability. So we'll see how that works out. See what I mean? See what I mean? Oh yeah, it's a VTOL. Yeah, you did, buddy. Good job. Granted, that was a really easy one because it's a VTOL warrior, but it could have been really, really bad. Heyo! Mission accomplished. Yeah, so that just as a comparison, that one mission that we did was worth 450 rep, and this one I only earned 170. So it makes a very big difference having that higher rep. Okay, so we've got a Jenner that we could get, but not really like hurting for money, and we're in enemy territory, so we can't sell it for a ton. So let me see what we have. Let me get one of these. We're good on jump jets, LRM ammo. I'll grab both of these jump jets. So I don't have any medium lasers to spare, so I'm going to grab some. Let's see, might as well grab a machine gun and a heat sink because they blow up. Yeah. So didn't use it all, but, got something. All right. So let's take a look at our battle mechs. Let's go ahead and queue up some repairs. So not too bad. Looking good, though. Got some upgrades that I'm going to be making across the board on these. That's going to be kind of the next thing is looking at equipment. Like AC-10 burst fire upgrades. Uh, so big thing here is I already own 5, so I'm good there. Not really seeing anything too crazy. Yeah, whatever. Not too big. Mech market, we just got Locust and a Phoenix Hawk, so not too bad. Let's see. Let me actually go back to our battle mechs here real quick. So if we take a look at these guys, one of the things that I've kind of noticed is that like I have the ability to take these Shadowhawks, but in comparison to say like the Hunchbacks, these Shadowhawks are a little bit more weight. When we do like here, it's an 84 versus 70. We've got 320 armor versus 144, and really what we're paying for is the faster speed, right? So we've got a little bit better speed, 81 versus 64, but our Centurion's only going 64. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these Shadowhawks. I think ultimately it's just not worthwhile for me to keep them. It's just kind of clogging up my system. Same thing with this dragon. I think I'm going to end up selling that. I don't know that I want. You know what? I'm just going to sell the Enforcer. It's a close range thing. I'm not really often in a close range, so I'm going to get rid of that guy. The Panthers I'm going to keep, but it's these Shadowhawks that I'm just going to sell. Just not seeing it. Wolverine, faster speed, firepower is okay, good armor, no jump jets. See, this is another example where, like, why would I take this versus a Hunchback? Where the Hunchback is a little lower in armor, but way higher in firepower at 80 than this. It's a little faster. Yeah, I'm just going to sell it. The Phoenix Hawks, I'm going to have to start looking at some of these and really evaluating some of their stats. Like when I look at this, 62, 80. It's faster, more armor. Like, oh, it has jump jets, though. That might be interesting. That might be worth it. We've got our dragon, which is worth 60, and it's only got 44. But I mean, it's got 414 armor. So that might be, you know, a consideration. Let me just do this. Let me just kind of backfill. I'll have to play with this stuff offline. Yeah, I'll have to play with that. Do something like this. Bring these guys up. I like to organize it so I know what my direct replacements are. And right now, that's going to be this down here. Because these are our light mechs. There's the javelin. So I've got... Oh, and I can bring the third one in now. I'm just short a small laser that I have to replace. Did I just pick up a small laser? A 1-pip small laser? Small laser. So we'll also queue that up. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot here. We've been online for about an hour and a half now. We've done a ton of drops. We made some really good progress. We move forward. We're starting to work on our rep with the new factions. We're building up and upgrading our current existing models. We're looking at, you know, slimming down our overall lineup of different mechs that we have. We've got some variety in what we've got going on. We've got things like the Blackjack. We've got a number of different Hunchbacks. You know, we've got some things moving around. I don't know that we're going to necessarily keep all of these smaller ones. Like, I can't necessarily see the need for a spider anymore when we've got our javelin pretty pimped out with our 2-pip lasers. So I also don't necessarily see the need for the Panthers anymore. I think we've definitely outgrown the need. And if I can, I'd rather have a 30-ton mech as opposed to a 35. Give that 5 extra tons to one of our other mechs. So I think that's going to be kind of where we're at with that. So I may just go through and sell some more of these and then start kind of really trimming what we have, um, as far as what we have for mechs, and ultimately what we're looking at doing with them. So just kind of rearranging them here. So 45 ton, 45 ton, 50 tons. Just drag this guy down here. Not going to use him anytime soon. Not going to use him. I'm not. Here we go. Oh, weird. Oh, it's because he's retrofitting the extra thing. All right, no big deal there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end things here. So I'm gonna go ahead and place myself in stream ending. Let's see what's going on news-wise and newsworthy to kind of end us out. So I was a little rough in the voice earlier. I'm still a little congested. I'm trying to rest up as much as I can. I want to get back into a uh, regular schedule of streaming. I'm probably going to be doing these Sunday afternoon streams to kind of augment if I'm not able to stream during the week, because I don't really like to play this game unless I'm streaming, so we can all share in the experience. And as always, all of these streams will eventually get uploaded as VODs on my YouTube channel. So make sure that if you want to catch up on something that you can't see on Twitch, you go ahead and hit up that YouTube channel for those VODs. I'm still working on some design and some things like that. It's been a little slow. When you're starting from scratch on learning how to do, graphic design, it can be a little bit of a challenge. It's an uphill battle, and it definitely doesn't come naturally to me. So I've got some little things that I'm working on here and there. Let's see. I did look at with the summer sale buying some of the expansions. And one of those things that pops up like after the fact is that after the stream sale ended, that's when I started to see some of the value add to a couple of the mods, in addition to just some of the storyline and things that you can do. So one of the things that I found out is that some of the storylines are based on timeline. So if you've progressed beyond where they're at, they basically just immediately, I guess they kind of just immediately pop up, and you get the transmission to start the storyline, but they're time based. So you either have to progress far enough in the story to kind of get you to where you should be to start that particular DLC, or they kind of just jump you into the DLC based on where you're at in the timeline. But there's some additional, some like I'll call them quality of life things. What I specifically noted, and it wasn't until I looked in the help file that it said some of the help file things adds notations for the DLC, and one of them was the Heroes of the Inner Sphere. Now, unfortunately, I didn't pick up the Heroes of the Inner Sphere, but what I was specifically looking for was the ancillary jobs that specifically adds. So what they did was they added a cantina to kind of provide you a interface that does I believe they integrated the pilot roster, uh, and the what was available for pilots, and then as well as a additional function for some cantina jobs. And these are things like kill 8 J. Edgar Hoover tanks, kill 6 VTOL warriors, kill 3 Wolverines. And so the idea is that kind of based on what you're going to be fighting or what's appropriate for what you would be fighting in next missions, they kind of throw these cantina jobs. That's a way to kind of add in some additional money making methods. Now, the main money drain that we have is our storage of mechs, which I've put out to zero, mostly because I just didn't want to have to be in a situation where I was constantly running out of money or having to buy or essentially sell mechs to offset my costs. So this kind of gave me a little bit more leg room, a little bit more room to stretch things out, and gives me the ability to have a balance of like 20 million without having to worry about like constantly taking every single mission and having to like worry about whether I'm flying or repairing on a combat zone or not. So little things like that I would normally have to balance out, I kind of can forego because I have one of the major expenses taken out. So with that, we're still going to continue the run, depending on how the rest of this week goes. We'll see if I can manage to, feel healthy enough to do a late night stream one of these nights. It's definitely been a little bit harder in the evenings to kind of get from the heat of the day to the cool in the evening, and then balance that out with my congestion. So even right now, I'm sure I sound a little congested. Hopefully, I don't sound too bad. Definitely sound a little smoother than I was earlier today. But in general, we're going to be trying to see, focus on me, get my health up, because it doesn't do you guys any good if I'm unhealthy. So that's kind of the news for right now. I did start looking at MechWarrior 6 news to see if there was any progress or updates, anything new or interesting. The only thing that I saw is that the projected release date for MechWarrior 6 is solidly not this year. It is probably going to be 2024. Who knows when at this point? There was the release a couple months ago, or maybe a month ago, that they're going to be making official announcements starting this fall. So I'm really hoping September-ish, September, October is when they're going to start releasing details on what the MechWarrior 6 game is going to be about. I'm really also hoping that based on what they added in for quality of life, things like the cantina, they're going to add in and incorporate those additional features and functions in the base game for MechWarrior 6. So not to say that we want to drag this campaign out until MechWarrior 6 releases. I would like to try and move on to some other strategy type games between now and then. One of the things that I was looking at is Jagged Alliance 3. I've been watching some other streamers' gameplay, and it's been interesting. It's a very interesting take on kind of the tactical combat. It's not your standard XCOM or that kind of style of game where it's all turn based. There is some like free roam ability until you encounter enemies, and then you're able to do that. I think that's the way they did it for the Gears of War tactical game, where when there are no enemies on screen or that you can detect, you kind of have the ability to free move around and kind of get that kind of free action, so to speak, to position. So who knows? That may come in the future. If nothing else, what we may end up doing is starting a little bit more of a hardcore run, add some additional mods into MechWarrior 5, and see if we can stretch that out. If we can make good progress through this and we retain some solid viewership, then maybe what I'll do is look at splurging and getting some of the DLC content. First one that I want to pick up is Heroes of the Inner Sphere, and then we'll look at some of the additional ones from there. I really want to also try and do if we can build up some community here where there's folks who are actively wanting to play and get involved with MechWarrior 5 if you own the game. Maybe we'll do some like community days where we'll do some multiplayer missions. Maybe we'll do a separate campaign for a multiplayer where we'll have folks jump in as pilots. I know that that can be a little bit quirky because everyone has to line up their mods, so it'll be one of those things where we'll have to see how that works out. Overall, though, I mean, my main focus has been for the last couple of weeks, month or so, just on recovery and making sure that I get better. Because again, ultimately, I am very critical of what kind of product, if you will, I produce. And since I'm the product, I want to make sure that I'm a good product for you guys. I want to be entertaining. I don't want to be coughing through an entire stream. I don't want to be sitting here blowing my nose because I'm just too congested, and those are things that are important to me in terms of returning the quality to you guys. So I'm sorry for my absence, but I've just been really focusing on me and making sure I can get this going. I again am trying not to play the game offline, so I'm going to try and get logged off here after I do some quick maintenance, and then we'll pick up right where we left off in the next one. If you're catching this on the VOD, thank you so much for watching the VOD, and I appreciate you. We're going to be trying to do some more instances of this, so you have more content to catch up on, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Now, so I always like to finish out my streams. Time is the most valuable currency. Once you spend it, you can never get it back. So the fact that you spend any time with me today really means a lot to me because you can't get that time back. And with that, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I 110% appreciate you for joining me on today's Adventures in MechWarrior 5. And we're going to keep this 200 tons of mech rolling. I hope to catch you guys a little bit later this week. Have a good one, guys.